So benchmark workout number one. What we've got for the general warm-up. General warm-up is going to be the PVC warm-up. So making sure pass-throughs, rotations, folding forward, getting in some shoulder flossing, some side to side, and then some overhead squats as well. That is your general warm-up. Then I would explain the workout. So I'd have people come on over, TV group class slides are up, and what it is it's 1 minute at each movement, and you're gonna go through 5 total rounds of the movements. We have 4 movements, and then they'll get a minute of rest at the end. So you do wanna remind people, hey, this is 4 minutes of work and 1 minute of rest. So as much as just 1 minute at each station, like you're going right into the next thing. So making sure to pace yourselves. Generally, I say round 1 and 2 should be a little bit conservative. Round 3 and 4 should be when you're trying to peak, and then round 5 is either hanging on for dear life or, oh, you didn't go hard enough and you're trying to really sell it at the end. We have 4 movements, so as far as the room setup, I would have bikes set up underneath the rack. I would have mats set up here for sit-ups. I would have a number of different box heights set out kind of in the middle for step overs, and then next to the dumbbell rack was where people will do their dumbbell clean and press. And as far as scoring for this, people will have 1 total rep or 1 total number for each round. So for instance, if were on the bike and they got 10 calories, their first sit-up is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, switch. So for their step overs, 18, 19, 20, 21. So again, 1 total number for each round. And that's what you'll write down. That's what you'll record. And that's how we will compare things. Making sure that you're also recording the variation of sit-ups that they did, the box height for their step overs, and then the dumbbell weights for their dumbbell clean and press. Bike, self-explanatory. Sit-ups, the variations that I had people doing were either legs straight, arms straight, and throwing their hands, or a little bit more strict here, or going a butterfly style and throwing their hands, or butterfly style and strict. Those are the sit-up variations. You might have some people with a bad back who might have to change things up slightly, but in general, those should be the variations that we're working into. Then, for the step overs, so I tried to tell people that we're not picky on what method they do. It's more about whatever they feel most comfortable with and can get into a rhythm. Everybody is going body weight on these, so the challenge, if they want to make them harder, is to step onto a higher box. So they can just go up, down, turn around, up, down, turn around, or they can go for kind of what I showed on that last one where they're kind of turning around as they step down. So then it's just kind of 1 step. So that's another option. Or if people can get into the rhythm with it, they can go for more of a lateral step over where they kind of got that shuffle, skip and shuffle on the top. Again, people are welcome to do whatever variation that they want and feel most comfortable with and can get into a rhythm with. Then, lastly, we've got our dumbbell clean and press. Ideally, people are coming to the floor with these. Bring them to the shoulders, dip, punch, totally okay. People need to modify where they're tapping one head, dip, punch, or slightly below the knees for more of a hang clean and press. It is not a strict press, so encourage people to dip and punch. For the height on the box and for the weight on the step-ups, we want to make those as hard as possible while never having them be like totally stopped because their shoulders are so smoked and they can't do another rep of the press. So as heavy as possible without having the weight be this limiting factor or the height being the limiting factor. Each round, you will have people start at the next station. So if they started on bike cows the first round, second round they're gonna start on sit-ups, and then they'll go through and they'll end on bike cows. Third round, they'll start on step overs and work through. That way they're getting an equal exposure and it's less to record. It doesn't matter as much where they started then. So yeah. So then after I explain the workout, for the specific warm-up, you can have them do 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of transition for 2 rounds through at each station. And you won't have, other than the transition, you're not gonna have rest during that specific warm-up. I tell people, first round, you're just trying to get a feel for the movements, and get things moving. Second round, you're more so trying to test out, hey, what weight am I going to use on the clean and press? What height am I going to use on the step overs? What variation of the sit-up? So again, first round, just getting a feel for things, getting things moving. Second round is more testing out, is trying to figure out what you're going to do the workout with. So yeah, have fun with it. Looking forward to some great scores in the future that we can compare with, and really making sure to have people write down their numbers, their scores, the weights that they were using, the height on the box steps, all that stuff. So that way we can really compare 6 months down the road when they see this workout again, and they can say, oh, sweet, I got this much stronger, whatever it is. So, cool.